Hello everyone, I'm a parent of a 3-year-old kid. As I came to know that preschools are going online because of the pandemic which is going around, I thought of clarifying some of my doubts on virtual learning for preschoolers. Because I have a 3-year-old daughter, I'm quite worried about how she is going to handle these online sessions at such early age.
Yes, this is some kind of unfortunate situation where the world has not witnessed before. We all should take it up like a challenge and work through with utmost courage. However, as the kids cannot come to school, we are coming up with a super international virtual preschool program which would help the child move forward in their learning process at the comfort of their home.
Yes, of course, but how does it matter? I can join her to school when the pandemic is over or when the school reopens because she's just a 3-year-old kid now.
Maybe, but if you see more closely, a child between age 2 to 5 years actually need an uninterrupted learning process because students of age 10 and above can learn and understand things on their own without a teacher's guidance. But our preschoolers should now start learning how to read and write. Ignoring this phase of learning will lead to a serious problem where it will be very difficult for the young learners to cope up when they go to the next level of schooling. For example, a 5th grade student can be promoted to a 6th grade and a 6th grade to a 7th. But a preschooler without having a proper knowledge of reading and writing cannot make it to the further classes. However, as parents, we are not going to waste a year of schooling just making the child sit idle at home only at the cost of this pandemic, right?
Okay, but there is so much content available online, then why should we go for this virtual preschool program?
Yes, as you said, we do have too much of content online, but those won't provide you with a day-to-day lesson plan or a structured curriculum which is appropriate to the relevant age group of the child. Virtual preschool program has a mix of all-round developmental programs which involves literacy, numeracy and cognitive skill development required for a child. It is equally important to check where the child stands with the help of an age-appropriate periodic milestones, which is very difficult to achieve through the data existing on internet. You just can't assess the child if they have actually reached the milestone after finishing a school year by vaguely teaching whatever possible. We need to fix a daily routine to the child and a proper timetable. We also should provide them with the books and worksheets which helps the child get into a hassle-free learning process.
Do you think they can learn anything? Because they are at the comfort of their home.
Okay, first tell me, if your child resists to eat food at home, do you insist them to eat or just leave them without feeding anything? Imagine if she is not eating for 3 days continuously. Do you still say to yourself, it's okay if she doesn't eat? However, she won't listen to me. Do you feel so? No. Why? Now, when it comes to a preschool learning, you will surely apply these lines to yourself. However, she won't listen to me. She doesn't want to read now. Right? Why? So now you tell me how much effort you put in to make a child eat food 3 times a day. About 4 hours? Right? Now tell me how many hours you can spare to teach your child a new skill a day. Trust me, just one very effective session for an hour is more than enough for a child for a day. Preschoolers take whatever we give to them, whatever we teach them. It's our responsibility to make them understand the importance of anything and everything.
Well, but how long do you think this will last?
Well, we really are not sure for how long this is going to last, but 90% of the child's brain develops by the age 5 and the rest 10% happens throughout their life. Children are born ready to learn. In this age, they just need a right person to give the right information because kids are at their tender age of receiving as much as information possible. The more you trigger the brain, the more effectively it functions in performing the logical ability, developing the skills, creative element, memory element, speech element, and it also develops the understanding abilities in a child. A child brain development is built upon the strong foundation created in the first 5 years of their life. This can be achieved by a proper preschool learning program. Hope all your questions regarding virtual preschooling is answered now. And then coming to the current scenario, we are all sailing in the same boat. Now, it's mostly the responsibility of we humans to be at the mercy of each other and help each other in making things possible. Ultimately, as parents and teachers, it is our responsibility responsibility to give the best possible to our child. Do not pause the child's learning at the cost of this crisis. Let's be a role model to our child. We are here to help you. Together we can achieve more. Do not miss this opportunity. Come what may, the sun is rising and the days are passing. We are still alive and living a life. Then why do you have to make alterations in the young one's learning process? Think once.